Hi everyone, we thought it would be fun to make a video of American place names that us Brits often pronounce incorrectly. Here's the first one on your screen. Now I imagine all you Brits at home are frantically trying to guess this correctly, and maybe like us, you'll get it wrong, as you'll see in this short video clip. In Spokane, Washington in 1910, Spokane, thank you.
It's handy there was an American nearby to correct us on that one.
It's not Spokane, it is
Spokane. You can see why we got it wrong.
I know, because it looks like Kane, as in Harry Kane, who plays football for England.
Or Citizen Kane, the Orson Welles classic.
Yes, trying to justify ourselves here, but obviously got it completely wrong. Apologies to everyone in Spokane.
The next one is coming up now. No, it's not Louisville, and it's certainly not Louisville. It's Louisville.
The next one on your screen is... Yep, I was guilty of getting this wrong when we went to California, and my husband kept saying we're going to La Jolla, and I couldn't see it on the map.
So obviously you assumed he was wrong.
I did assume he was wrong, or assumed that this La Jolla was such a tiny place, it wasn't on the map. But it is a lovely place, so I'm glad I realised how to say it correctly, which is La Jolla.
The next one is coming up for you now. I still can't pronounce this the way the Americans pronounce it. I stick to my good old New Orleans pronunciation.
Yeah. So some locals call it N'Orleans. No.
It's hard to do. It's kind of
N'Orleans.
N'Orleans.
So some locals pronounce it N'Orleans.
It just sounds so wrong when we try.
I know. And I think it's terribly wrong for a British person to actually call it that, because, you know, it's kind of a local thing. And I think a lot of locals don't even call it that, as far as I'm aware, or would get rather miffed if an outsider called it that. Let us know. But we won't be calling it that.
It's kind of like when Americans come to the UK and they say Edinburgh.
Ooh, ouch, yes. Or Norwich for Norwich.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a total minefield in the UK, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. It's much worse for Americans going to the UK than vice versa, I'm sure. The next one is, I think us Brits see it as mobile Alabama, because of our, we call the cell phone a mobile phone. But that is incorrect. It is mobile. Did you see the way I did a bit of ventriloquism?
You were building it up. I thought you wanted me to say it.
I did, but then I jumped in.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me just do that again.
Very confusing.
You can say it. Go on.
Okay. Mobile. Like a mobile app.
Yes.
The next one is the state of Ohio. Now, I think probably many Brits know how to say this and can do so quite competently, but here's one Brit who couldn't.
In 1958, 17-year-old Robert G. Heft of Ohio, 17-year-old Robert G. Heft of Hawaii. 17-year-old Robert G. Heft of Ohio. Of Ohio.
So yes, it's not Ohio. It's Ohio.
I think I was kind of got it mixed up with the Hawaiian island, which I've also probably pronounced completely wrong. And I had that in my head and I just couldn't say Ohio. See, I said it now.
Yeah, easy, out of context.
Yes, quite. The next one is, we have been calling it Boise, but it's actually Boise.
Here's the next one for you. It's not Lafayette, but Lafayette. Oh, that's a tough one.
I know, I'm glad I didn't get that one. I think sometimes, when there's a French name for something, that the Americans have chosen to pronounce it in a non-French way.
So it's really their fault.
Yeah, which is something that we would definitely do in the UK, I think, with some of the things. I know in Illinois there's a place called Marcel's And it's spelled Marseille, it's in Marseille, France. So it's been sort of changed over the years. But it's difficult to know these things.
Yes, until someone corrects you.
Yes.
Very often Americans are far too polite, so you just carry on regardless.
I know. The next one looks like Kissimmee, which is how I would pronounce it normally, but it is in fact Kissimmee. Oh God, I don't know why we're doing this, because I have a feeling, even though we've researched it, we're actually still pronouncing these a little bit wrong. Let us know.
Here's the next one for you. It's not Des Moines, it's Des Moines. I like that one, Des Moines.
Des Moines it's a nice name,
It's
isn't
nice,
it?
yeah.
Sounds better than Des Moines.
He sounds like a television presenter from the 90s.
Yeah.
They were all called Des, weren't they?
Oh, they were back in the day.
Yeah.
Next one. Not Raleigh, but Rawley.
I think you could be forgiven for not knowing that one.
Yeah. I didn't know that one actually, that particular one, until I researched it.
There you go, we're learning all the time.
I know. Very steep learning curve.
Yeah. Here's one that I have heard pronounced incorrectly many times in the UK, sometimes by myself. Not Arkansas.
I think we should go to a clip.
Did you know that it's strictly prohibited to mispronounce the state of Arkansas? Arkansas?
Arkansas.
Oh,
So yes, it's Arkansas. And if you're going to Arkansas, make sure you get it right, because it is illegal to get it wrong. Obviously, so many people were doing it, they had to put some rules around it.
Indeed. But then, if you look at the end of the word, Kansas is pronounced Kansas.
Yeah, it's not consor, is it?
No. At least I don't think so.
Or is it? Our final one is one where Mum actually lived for a while. Not Tucson,
Nope.
but Tucson.
Maybe you could give us a suggestion of an American place name, and we will see if we can pronounce it correctly. And who knows, if we get several of these, we could make another video. Yay!
Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like and hit subscribe to follow us on YouTube.